Very much, Toy. It's time now to ask the pet doctor. In our segment today, we are talking about being safe with our pets in this extreme heat, plus maybe some personality changes after getting your pet fixed. Dr. Jerome Williams, Red Mountain Animal Clinic, regular guest here on Good Day Alabama, joining us once again. Hey, Doc, good morning.
Good morning. So good to be here again.
It is good to see you too. So, extreme heat, you can tell the difference when you let the dog out. They come back in pretty quickly. So it is really dangerous for them to get out and get too hot, right?
Yes, especially if they're not acclimated to it. Acclimation is such a key issue here. If they're used to being outside, then they can do better. But if they're used to being inside under the air conditioning and they're outside of any extended period of time, it could be dangerous, very dangerous.
But they can be like kids as well. And when they're outside and they want to play, they're not realizing they're getting too hot before it's too late. So what are some of the things we need to do to make sure it doesn't go too far?
One of the things that you'll see often is panting. Dogs especially get rid of the heat, much of the heat from their body by panting. So excessive panting could point toward too much heat being accumulated in the body. Staggering, vomiting, anything that looks unusual could be a sign that a pet is overheating.
And so trying to keep them cool outside, I guess what's the best thing to do? Just make sure they're drinking water as they're playing outside?
Yes, number one thing though is keep them out of the direct sun and an area where the air is circulating. They don't need to be in a confined area like they would be in the winter, like a dog house, because air cannot circulate there. In an area where there's air circulating and there's water, shade for sure.
And so for animals that are acclimated to being outside, and we know a lot of folks have dogs that out on a farm that they run around the farms and, they are outside a lot. So is the best thing then just make sure they do have access to make sure they have water and a shade?
Yes, because if they're used to it, that's what they do and they're acclimated. But the animals that are not used to it, that's where the big problem comes in. All those dogs, like the bulldogs, pugs, with a real short muzzle, they don't exchange air as well, so they're more prone to getting overheated.
So what starts happening? Do you notice a difference in their breathing?
Oh yes, the breathing would be either more rapid or shallow. The panting would be probably the biggest sign you'll see with most pets is a rapid breathing and the panting going on.
And I would imagine can age make a difference as well?
Yes, age can make a difference. The other medical conditions can make a difference. If a dog is diabetic or has some other issues, then all of those things can be factor. Heart condition, where the blood cannot circulate as well as it would in a younger, healthier dog. All of those things can make a big difference in controlling heat within a pet.
Okay, if you do fear this is happening, what's the first thing you should do?
If you're relatively sure that it's due to heat, cool them down as quickly and as best as you can. Plain water will do it. Alcohol over the body will do it. Keep a thermometer around anyway where you can use just for your pet and see if that temperature is over 103, 104. If so, then get a hold of a medical professional, a veterinarian, and begin the process of trying to cool them off, because time is of essence. So you're going to need to do it as quickly as possible.
All right. Well, we just need to be careful. Everyone needs to be careful and need to look after our pets too. Let's wrap up with the question I mentioned on the outset of this, that when people get their dogs spayed or neutered, you often hear it can change their personality. Is that accurate?
No, not normally. It'll be an unusual situation where our personality will be changed. Sometimes on male dogs, there can be less aggression once the testosterone hormone is removed by fixing them, by neutering them. But generally, the personality does not change.
All right. Dr. Jerome Williams, good to see you.
Always good to be here.
All right. Stay cool.
Stay safe, everybody. Do what you need to do to stay safe.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Now here's Jay.